I do like it cold too.
Yeah.
It's sexy when it's cold.
Yeah. Looks like I just peed myself.
All right, great. 3, 2, 1. Do you ever get like DMs, these spam DMs on Instagram? I'm getting like 2 or 3 a day now.
Like the sex bot type stuff?
Yeah, also like, do you want to make $1,500 in crypto today? Yes.
Oh, I bet you get
I
peppered
do.
with those.
Yeah,
All your
I do.
analytics.
Because, bro, I follow like definitely a few crypto people, and then other crypto people will follow me back. They haven't posted anything. They follow like 400 people, have 4 followers, and they're like, hey, I recognize you follow this person. Do you want to make $50,000? Send $1,000 to this number. And I've almost done it. I've almost done it before.
Dude, I bet your Explore page is like an abomination. I bet it's crypto.
I love it. Yeah, like a
gym
hot
guy.
Sprinkled with hot chicks, sprinkled with a million gym guys. It's basically just guys on steroids and crypto.
Yeah.
Is basically my Explore page. What does yours look like?
It's mostly like models, men and women, ripped guys and hot girls.
Just
That's
modeled
pretty
men and women.
But
okay.
both sides, yeah.
Nice.
Like
Fair enough.
like kettlebell swings and like the beach.
You have gambling stuff too?
Nah, I try to keep that away because sometimes I don't want to be. I go through phases when I'm like I'm not focused as much on stuff like that. So I don't want to be like, here's a reminder.
You put like hide the
No, I
posts?
just don't really like dig into that on social media. Just because if I'm like being entertained by it, then it becomes too big a thing, and I won't have as much time for the creative stuff. I mean, I got a day job out here,
right? Yes,
I got a lot to do between comedy writing, and it's like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna play a little poker. It's like got to keep that in its tight little box, tucked away where it belongs.
Absolutely. So as you came over here, I noticed you got a haircut. Are you happy about the haircut?
Yeah. As I came over here, some dude just had like scissors.
He chopped it. He was like,
I just
by the way,
biked
Peter,
through.
He was like, I'm giving homeless people a cut on the street. Do you want to buzz while you're walking by?
Yeah, he just had a chainsaw and was like holding it like a limbo, and I just kind of ducked on my bike, and now here we are.
You know what I'm referring to though, like the barbers that go on the street sometimes and just give like homeless people a cut. Very nice move, by the way. So do you like your haircut?
It's mediocre. I like it looks better with a hat on because I don't have the frizzy stuff on the side, but it's shorter. It took a month of hard work off. You know what I mean?
Nice.
A little bit of progress.
So you get another one in a month?
No.
Possibly.
No.
So what do you mean no?
No, it took a month back. It's like I was looking to go longer, and he's like, let's clean it up a bit, but he took a little too much. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And I mean, dude, I got to wash. He washed my hair and cut off a little bit, and then was like $40.
Oh, you got the shampoo first and then the trim.
Yeah,
damn, you went to a full spa.
Ace of Blades. He said, he's like, you know what? Give me a good rating on Yelp. Some people say they're gonna do it and then they don't do it. So like, I would appreciate if you do it. I was like, don't worry, I got you.
Nice.
I got you.
Are you gonna do it?
No, because then he was like $40. I was like, you're not getting a Yelp review for this 15 minutes of like mediocre effort.
Well, how much would he have had to charge you in order for you to give a Yelp review?
Like 25 would have been, because I didn't get like a cut. I got like a tiny trim.
But you think the job was like valid
It was fine.
Review. It was fine.
It was fine.
Okay.
It just didn't deserve the overpriced, the nice tip, and the Yelp review. That's where I draw the line.
Okay.
I gave an Uber driver a 1 star like a few weeks ago.
Tell
it
us
was terrible.
why.
I mean, he put my life in danger. I would say just ripping through every like narrowly making it through yellows, screeching to a halt at like every single stoplight. Like a couple times, where I was like, dude, you should not go now. He's going now. Like I'm feeling nervous the whole time. I give him a 1 star.
Uber. Oh, so how far were you going on this ride that like you actually?
It was like 15 minutes.
Like 1 star.
It was like 15 minutes.
And he went through a few yellow lights.
Yeah, a few yellows. I mean, I still even after that, I felt guilt.
You still look disheveled about this Uber ride.
Was
he rude also?
No, we didn't speak. He's just like he was just a horrible driver, like really a terrible, dangerous driver. Yeah. And I was furious as a kid. I was like 1 star, like I'm never do this. And I was like, oh man, 1 star. Did I just ruin that guy's life?
Yeah,
it's like you know
almost.
What? He might kill someone if he keeps driving.
Yeah, but also like 1 star Uber rating. If you're doing 20 trips a day, like he probably it won't affect it that much. It's just 5% of his day. You know what I'm saying, Peter?
Yeah.
I was actually at a show last night, a comedy show. Shout out my second indoor comedy show that I did. And one of the jokes I did, spoiler alert, was comparing the yellow cabs to Ubers. I was talking about how yellow cabs nowadays, I feel like they're trying to overcompensate so much for the fact that they know that Ubers are just superior to them. Obviously, like as soon as you hop in a yellow cab, it's like $8. You haven't even moved an inch, and then they tell you that your entire route, when like you just hop into an Uber now, you don't speak with your driver, and they just get you there right away.
You're getting spoken to by the cabs a lot?
Well, I mean, the cab driver will sometimes be like, how would you like to go, my friend? Or they'll be like, all right, I'm going up 57th, I'm going up 6th Avenue, across 57th Street, and then we'll move towards 5th Avenue that way. I'm like, all right, man, I don't really care. Like, as long as you're getting me there the fastest way possible via Waze or Google Maps.
If they're telling you, it's because they're screwing you. They're telling you to be like, trust me, and then they take the long route.
They're like, oh yeah, we have to loop around this specific block because the traffic on that other block is going to be bad. Like, all right, I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
trying to get that extra $250.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, I'm going to do this. See, I told you it's fine because I told you so you knew, but also we're going to waste 10 minutes of your life and $14.
Yeah,
that's the cab way.
So I still prefer Ubers. I feel like we just have more control. Unfortunate for the yellow cab industry. I'd say everywhere, because now Ubers are going to start having driverless cars, and then New York City taxi, the yellow taxis, they're just going to fall further and further behind, even though they have the Teslas now, Peter.
Yeah, that's gross. That's disgusting. I saw one of those yellow Tesla cab.
What's disgusting about it?
It looks terrible. Also the yellow cab.
I haven't been in one yet.
You don't have to be inside.
From the looks of it outside.
It actually looks completely different from the outside than it does on the inside.
Yes, I bet.
No, it's just like yellow cab is like a classic look. Like there's an association with the yellow cab. Even like it is on a face value, it's like pretty ugly. It's yellow. That's kind of gross. Right. But there's like a historical background to it. There's a significance to it. Now you make it a yellow Tesla, and it's just like a gross car. It's just nasty.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much longer the yellow cab business is gonna last, man. They've been struggling for a long time. So, Peter, I guess we can talk about this trip that I made to Boston the other day. You want to hear about it?
Out to Boston?
You interested in it? So, Veggie Grill on 23rd Street, they have an app on the cell phone.
Correct.
So there are a number of locations in LA, there are some locations in the Northeast, and one of them is in Boston.
Right.
So I was on the Veggie Grill app trying to order food to 23rd Street, and I by accidentally clicked to order it to Boston, which is 186 miles away. So as I ordered the food to Boston, we went to Boston to pick it up. And it was just as good as New York Veggie Grill, man.
Yeah. Was it cold?
It was room temperature by the time we had gotten there, but they got it heated up, and it was fine. Yes.
You say you had to bring some.
I brought two people with me. One person who was filming, and then the other person who was along for the ride, who came also to see a couple of national historic park sites.
Which parks are we talking about?
Well, you'll have to just watch the video.
Okay, so this was an advertisement for the vlog, not
what? Oh, well, yeah, it was an advertisement for the vlog, but also just like giving you like a short little Spark Note summary to be like, you have to see which places we went.
Well, hit me with the highlight. Like, did you at least get some Boston out of your trip?
Absolutely. Walking the streets of Cambridge, where Harvard is. In fact, I've actually never been there, and definitely saw a lot of smart-looking people. I was looking for my wife up there, but we were only there for so much time because it was a long trip. 4 hours.
You were looking
there
for your
back.
College wife.
Yes, potentially. Yes, or somebody who was in grad school. Okay. But Harvard, man, the streets looked great.
Yeah.
We'll definitely go back up there. I recommend it.
Okay. What's the vibe in Boston like right now? Is it
right now? It was quieter than I had thought it was going to be. Not as warm as New York. I think like just on an everyday basis, like Boston is typically like 5 to 7 degrees cooler. Like I don't really know why though. I mean, maybe it's just because it's further away from the equator. You know,
different places have different weather.
Scientific ish, but it was a good time. I recommend you guys watch it. Vlog 12.
Vlog 12.
Which actually will be out tomorrow as you're listening to
you're 12 vlogs deep.
12 vlogs deep, yeah. So I'm doing that 2 days a week, and then doing this with you 2 days a week. So we'll keep moving.
So you already you're 12 vlogs in. You already left the city. How long do you think it's going to be until like the need for content, right? The craving for more extreme stuff. Like how long is it going to be?
Like extreme stuff that I don't feel comfortable doing. That's why I want to keep everything kind of like at a basis where I am able to just continuously do it.
Except mediocrity.
Well, I'm not gonna do like pranks or fighting videos or like eating 10,000 calories. I don't think, just because like I want to be able to keep up whatever I am putting out there. I feel like people sometimes will get in trouble or get caught off guard where they just try and produce content that they think that the audience wants to see, you know, and then it's not really authentic. You know what I mean?
So you're creating content that you don't think the audience wants to see.
No, that I do think the audience wants to see.
Okay.
But like stuff that I am comfortable doing that I can consistently do on a basis where like it doesn't matter if I put it out or not. You know, like not doing pranks that are almost illegal or make people feel uncomfortable.
Do you have any like big risks in mind that you're thinking about taking? Not like that, not like what you just talked about avoiding, but like anything.
How do you mean big risk? Like jumping off a bridge, bungee jumping?
Not really dangerous, but like long shot, or like people might receive this poorly, or like is this gonna be
maybe? I mean,
weird?
I don't think that I'm going to find myself in Japan filming a person who is hanging from a tree.
Yeah,
Logan Paul.
Stay away from
like
that actually decreased views.
But I think that it's just thinking twice before you post something. You know, it really does take, I'd say, like a third and fourth time reviewing something to know, like, all right, is this cool? Like, should I actually post this? And then maybe that comes in, like, you know, after editing a video for an entire day, like watching it again the next day with like fresher eyes, or you know, even on the pod sometimes, like I've definitely said some things that I've been like, all right, do I really want to post that? Is that like kosher? Maybe we shouldn't. And then like I'll check with you and you'll be like, yeah, it's funny. And then the next day we'll talk and you'll be like, maybe not. You know, like
oh no, that'll never happen.
No, I know, but like with stuff that maybe we wouldn't feel comfortable talking about because we don't have knowledge on it, or we're just like, all right, like we should scratch that topic. Like maybe it doesn't work.
Yeah, scared money don't make no money though.
Yeah, it's just like listening to it a few times. You know what I mean? So biggest risks, am I afraid to potentially do anything? Maybe. We haven't approached that topic yet, but we had a great time in Boston nonetheless.
Okay.
And I hope you watch it.
I'll take a gander.
It'll be out tomorrow, so Tuesdays and Fridays, and then of course this pod Mondays and Thursdays.
Yeah. You can get your TJ Dubs every single day.
Absolute. So Peter, you have to tell me about one of your shows on Wednesday, and then let's talk.
No, I want to hear.
No?
I want you to talk about yours first. Yeah.
Okay. So last night went to Black Cat. And I don't know, man, it was a tough crowd. You ever been I'm sure you have, but you've been to a comedy show where like the crowd is a little bit tough. You think you think your jokes are hitting, and maybe they're a little bit slow.
Was it like there just weren't a lot of people, or they were just pretty unreceptive?
Well, the coffee shop probably holds like 60 people, and I'd say they're probably like 25 to 30 people there.
Oh,
so
that's
like
good.
Pretty crowded for like a COVID show, definitely.
For sure.
But it was quiet in there, and usually that room can like get pretty rowdy just because like it's quiet, the drinks are flowing, whatever. But like last night, just for like most of the comics, like there were probably like 12 comics on the show. There was not a lot of love in terms of like jokes, like laughing at jokes. Like people really enjoyed the like picking on people in the crowd. I think more so. You know, like people were appreciating the crowd work, which like it depends. Like crowds are like really hit and miss about that. You know, like occasionally you'll start picking on somebody in the crowd, and the rest of the crowd's like, all right, like what the fuck? Like say some fucking jokes. Yeah. But like this crowd last night was loving the crowd work.
Were they just like attention hungry? Like just feed me. I want you to speak to me. Was it about that, or were like people just getting good roasts off?
Yeah, I think people were getting good roasts off. Like a past guest of this podcast, episode 20, Ricky Velez, was just picking on a Turkish guy in the front row, like almost the entire time, because this guy had COVID twice, and he got the vaccine shot twice, but like not like you get Moderna 1 and then Moderna 2. Like he had twice. Moderna, yes, he had Moderna, and then Johnson. So like
what?
Yeah, it was a whole shenanigan.
The dude has an army of antibodies in
issue.
him.
So I wasn't really too sure what was going on with this guy. But it was cool. This show typically has like a number of comics on it just because there are two bookers. So like each time, like the bookers could put on like anywhere from 6 to 8 people each. Yeah. So the show went from like 9 to like 11:15 last night.
Which is long show. That's a lot of comics.
Yeah, it was a little bit longer than it usually is. It usually goes to like 10:45 or so. But even still, that's like a little bit longer. I'd say like the length for a perfect comedy show. I don't know, Peter. You tell me if I'm right, but it's usually like an hour and 15 to an hour and 30 minutes, and then people kind of start to get bored and like kind of drift away if you have too many comics. You know what I mean?
I like to cap them at an hour. You know what? Leave people wanting more rather than the opposite. How much time did you do?
But also, I did about 7.5 minutes.
Okay.
But I think that like if you do leave them sometimes wanting more, that's maybe sometimes not a good move. Just because like an hour show, I think that like if people show up like 10 minutes late, like I by accident.
It's on you, baby.
It could be like it could be not great for the audience. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
You're right. It is on you, baby.
If I show up in the third inning of the Yankees game, I only get 7 innings.
That's
it is
true,
what
but
it is.
also that's like a good time to show up at the
Because
Yankees game.
3 hours is too long.
Yeah, dude.
You should
It
show up in
really
the
is.
fifth.
They should cap baseball games. Let me know. What's your opinion on this? To set in 7.5. Excuse me. 7.5. 7 innings, 7 full innings.
You know,
7th innings fast. You just wrap it up.
I mean, I like that. When we played doubleheaders, sometimes in college they would call them at 7, or if there was rain, you would play 7 just to get it in before it got too wet. Seven's a good game, but you got to have the bullpen's got to get their innings in.
Right.
Like if you 7 inning games, bullpen becomes not irrelevant.
You're actually right because you could pitch a whole game.
Yeah, you can throw a whole game.
There's no
or
relief
you
pitcher.
just like, you get 2 solid guys coming out of the pen. Your starter needs to give you 5 good innings.
Yeah.
So, it's 9 innings for a reason, but as a former player that watched hundreds, if not thousands, of freezing innings from the bullpen, 9 innings is a long time.
Were you a big sunflower seed guy? Or were you
No.
like packing dips back there?
No, I would have like
packing the lid.
no, I didn't mess with that at all. We played on turf also, so spitting seeds was an issue. But I would just
you weren't allowed to.
I stopped messing around. By senior year, I would just come up jacket full of fruit snacks. You got the fruit roll-ups. I'd have like a turkey sandwich.
Wow.
You know what?
Those are on days where like you for sure weren't pitching.
Yeah, but I mean, I threw Friday nights. I would start the Friday game,
Yeah.
then I'd be off until the next Friday.
Pitching's a funny kind of profession, right, man?
It's
you're working 2 days a week, and then the rest of the time you're just eating turkey sandwiches.
There's nothing but Friday. It's like I have one thing on my mind.
Right,
Friday,
right.
By 8:00, it's the 7th inning. I'm getting pulled. Throw some ice on my arm. And then
Nice. Pop
Saturday,
the fruit
Sunday,
snacks.
I'm just
Chilling.
chilling. I'm
Nice.
getting beers in the dugout, whatever.
Hell yeah. Oh, also, wanted to mention I went to Boston also. You guys
Oh, yeah, I
check
heard
out the
about that.
goddamn episode. But I went to a weed store, and that was a fun little treat. I thought it was going to be a lot more lax, like in LA, like just more laid back about the process of getting weed. Like they were pretty uptight.
Yeah.
In Boston, I would think it would be easier. We had to fill out an application, and then we had to wait like 30 minutes to go inside so they could process the order. But like inside, I can imagine when COVID is not an issue, it's kind of like the Apple store, this particular place that I went in Boston.
Meaning,
So definitely happy that
meaning
we
it's
went.
just a really, really, really long wait.
No,
and you
well,
don't
it was
get
like
what you came there for.
They had like a Genius bar kind of type where people could probably explain the strains and stuff to you. It wasn't happening while I was there, just because I think that they were kind of keeping their distance, but there were probably like 20 employees in there, and it was like a big library-esque type of hall. But I hope that, meaning it was difficult, but I hope that in the future it will be as easy to get weed as it is to get alcohol. You just walk in, show your ID, and then they charge you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it is.
What weed now?
I mean, in my experience at actual shops.
Where did you get it?
LA.
When you went? Yeah, LA. Yeah, LA was just like,
But it's probably
way
like
more
store to
like
store.
relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think also. Well, it could be city to city too. Like
Yeah.
when New York starts to sell weed, and then New Jersey. But hopefully within the next few years, it's just like you walk into the store, see all the strains. There's somebody there who can help you, and then you just buy it. But the tax also is really high too.
Yeah.
So it like makes more sense to buy weed from William Williams, episode
Billy
75,
Wills.
than it does to
Yeah.
buy it at a store when the tax is 33%.
Yeah, I feel that. You should always do things the illegal way. Is the moral of the
exactly.
story.
Well,
Hey,
that's-
what do I
yeah,
say?
that's
Don't
how
pay
we're talking
taxes.
about it. Exactly. So
Don't pay-
follow Peter Moran, and he tweets about that.
But
too.
I do. I'm kind of, I go on Twitter to tweet every now and then, but I don't really scroll these
I like
days.
your
I'm not
tweets.
about it.
Right. I don't either. The only tweets I get are from the push notifications from you.
Yes, sir. Hey, Bill Gates. Crazy how Bill Gates could have ended world hunger, but instead he chose to divorce his wife, which was even more expensive.
Right. Tweet about it.
I want to come back. I want to come back to the show though. What did you do to handle this foul crowd?
I think I went with like probably 4 to 5 minutes of just jokes, doing like like my classic set. Like I was doing all right. I was doing fine. But like in the past, I have gotten more laughs from these particular jokes, which made me think like, okay, maybe this crowd wants something different, whatever. So we turned on the instrumentals
to your
and I
will.
started freestyling. That's what we did. Yeah.
You freestyle.
So I was like, all right, Dan, you want me to throw on the music? And he's
Really?
like, yeah, bro, threw on the instrumentals, and then I just freestyled for
Really?
like 2.5, 3 minutes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, freestyle.
Well, how'd
I
that
do that
go?
a lot. Great.
So you will transition from stand up to
Yeah.
a freestyle frequently.
Yes.
It's-
Almost every time.
Really?
Yeah. When I have I guess when I have like the presence in the room where it's like I feel confident during the show, I'll do it. Yeah.
But
I'll
okay,
tell like the host or whoever is controlling
really.
the music table back there to throw on a beat. Yeah.
So is this like a comedic freestyle?
Yeah. I'll do like sexually suggestive raps, or I can do serious raps. But basically, what I'll do, we'll throw on a freestyle beat, and then I'll start it up, and then people from the audience will just throw out random subjects, verbs, and then I'll just pick that word, and then I'll rap it, and then we'll keep going back and forth, and people usually love that.
So this is what's crazy to me about that is if you're like, okay, crowd's not great, they're not loving the jokes. How about I hit them with a freestyle?
Yeah. Everyone loves the freestyle.
That
in
feels,
my opinion.
was there a bar you spit that stood out to you?
I spit a lot of bars.
But was there one where you're like, this one?
Okay, well, I don't particularly remember every bar just because it's always off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
But episode 13 of the vlog, which comes out, next Friday, I actually brought the camera down to the show, and like I filmed my whole set. So we'll see if there's some bars that stand out there.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing really super in particular. But like I'd like be able to go and like keep it up. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing that I do, but I do enjoy it.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Get pretty animated on stage.
You know, you're vlogging now. You're in the YouTube game. Yeah. There's a decent amount of YouTubers, like big YouTube vloggers.
Okay.
That also started making music because they had a YouTube presence. YouTube's good music platform.
Sure.
Is that your dream?
Making music?
Like, are you if you popped off the vlogs?
Yeah.
Ted Jones' world becomes actually a world.
Yeah.
And not just a little neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
Do you start dropping music videos?
I don't know. Time will tell.
Okay.
Time will tell. I mean, I got the talent for it, bro. I got
do
the
you?
bars. Yeah, I do. I mean, I got the
I think
bars.
You should freestyle on,
and I got the talent. What?
I think you should freestyle on this episode. I know you
Right
did
now?
once before. I mean, we can.
Yeah, I
we
can
can
freestyle
wait. We can
right now.
Right
what
now,
episode is this?
just
Yeah, I
right
don't have
off.
to pause. I can just do right off the cusp.
All right. What do you need from me?
All right. Now, you give me a few topics while we're doing
Okay.
it. Hopefully, this is a good one, right?
I mean, hopefully.
All right, look, episode 133. Peter Moran, it's you and me. Call me Ted Jones because I'll be drinking iced coffee. Put a little whole milk in it. No, that's coffee. I'll be putting almond milk, a little sprinkle. Ted Jones, I gotta pee. I call it a freaking tinkle. Yeah, I'm not rhyming anything I want to say. Peter Moran, give me a verb. What you want to... Okay.
Adjust.
Look, talking about adjust. Yeah, rhyming is a must. Call me Teddy Jones, capital Italy be Rome. I'll be on the freestyle off the top of the dome. Come on, give me another word. What you
Rusty.
saying of the verb? Call me Rusty, cause I'll be musty if I ain't wearing deodorant. Talking something and something. Yeah, I'll be over it. You gonna give me one last word and then we gonna stomp it.
Smelly.
Ted Jones, smelly? Nah, stop it. Because I'll be wearing deodorant like I said before. And Ted Jones, I don't got a lot of girlfriends. I'm not a whore.
All right.
Pretty good, right? Come on. Off the top. Off the freaking top, brother.
All right.
All right.
All right. So this is the...
Yeah, but it's more fun. Like
This
when
is
we
your-
have when we have
yeah.
beats and like you know,
Right.
bouncing around.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to go a
dancing.
cappella.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We just went acapella there. Yeah.
Okay.
Like with the beat and like with people yelling out funny stuff. It gets fun. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
go, bro.
well, that's not what I expected
What
to hear.
did you expect?
I just, so I started doing crowd work, or like I transitioned, or I just like bombed and ran off stage or something.
In terms
Pretty
of
much.
like mixing up like from the stand up to
Yeah.
like to freestyle. Yeah.
Yeah. I had
That's what I did.
I had a pretty loud audience on a Wednesday show. Like
That's almost worse than them not laughing, I think.
a table, it was, maybe 18, 20 people, something like that. And there's a table of 4 pretty close, like center left, front row. And they were like, it's a Q&A, that was kind of their vibe. It's like, we got a pretty good crowd going well. Left is like, I'm going to laugh, but I'm going to make a comment after. I'm going to be like, that's right. Or I'm going to be like, what?
Yeah.
And I was doing, I was doing 5 minutes. It was a very quick set. So like, if we're going to be talking with the audience, that's a big chunk of what's going on. And, there's a couple women to my left. I was doing, I was getting out there. I was talking about urine for.
By the way, I'm excited to see you on stage again, man. It's been a while, and from the last time I saw you, you were very funny. So I can only imagine that you've improved.
Well, look, I was handling my
Listen to
business.
this story, okay?
I was handling my business, and I'm doing this bit about urine. Someone starts yelling, "Urine? What's?" So she didn't know what urine was. Urine? I was like piss. like Pete in the context of it, it was a drug reference or something, and she just legitimately didn't know what urine was, and we get into this whole like drink and piss conversation or something, like a good 45 seconds, but like that 45 seconds in a 5-minute set, that we're talking like a 15% of my set was explaining through this joke what urine is to someone that like apparently didn't have a bladder
or something.
No, she's
Didn't
from
have a
Texas.
bladder. Right, okay.
She's from Texas. Anyway, you know what? We do what we do. We get back to the set, finish off. It's all good. Get a like follow and a DM of a like a flirting DM.
Let's go.
I mean, not
like, oh, give me 1,500 in crypto. Just like a even weirder one.
No, like a you know flirty message from a woman that doesn't understand what piss is.
Do you give out your information on stage, or how do you kind of do that?
I don't, but I'm Peter Moran.
Yourself out.
I'm Peter Moran. I get brought up as Peter Moran.
No, you do, bro. And
also,
we still have to put this money in your poker account. By the way,
That's
we
right.
still have two $40 payments that you and I need to hash out. By the way, for like the 10th time, Peter has been putting money into a poker fund and winning quite a few shekels for the people that are sending it in, right?
Over a quadrillion raised at this point. You know, more zeros than in your made-up little check you wrote to yourself that I hate.
How many zeros are in quadrillion, bro? Is it after
it's
trillion?
15, I think.
Peter doesn't like manifesting, bro.
No. I like action plans. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I don't like manifesting.
Yes, you do. You just said you like action plans.
Yeah,
that's
action.
manifesting, bro.
No.
Action,
manifesting,
and manifesting. It's part of action.
Manifesting is like positive vibes. I want this, therefore I'll get it. Life is what I want it to be. No one has ever rejected me.
That's
everything.
True life. Yes, everything comes to you easily,
but that
and surreptitiously.
It makes me.
Hangry. What'd you eat today, by the way? Speaking of being hangry.
Stop.
Okay, sorry, bro. I was just trying to manifest and then switch topics, brother.
Yeah. You don't like the physical realm.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know, when you have to go out and get it. You have to go kill your food and eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Gather the berries.
Yeah. Anti-manifester. Shall we close with an email?
Yeah, sure. Get to it. You have an email. You don't want to go over this email that we.
Oh,
did
that's
you
right.
See this
that's
other
right.
one that we got.
It's actually kind of relevant to this email. So I did see that you sent me. This is.
Yeah, we basically just got also a comment email. I don't know about the second one that you're gonna pull up. Okay, quickly, you want to talk about Mother's Day? What are you doing for your mother? Are you sending her flowers?
Not flowers. She gets the same thing every year, and it's what she wants. But I can't. Actually, she won't.
Well, you can.
It comes out after Mother's Day.
Yeah.
She's getting a trip to the salon, to the spa. I should say.
Wow!
Sorry.
Is that from you and your siblings, or just you?
It's for me and one sibling. You know.
How you guys don't always like do it together because your older brother just like
there's a lot of
Netflix
siblings.
Account. He's rich, right?
Yeah, a lot of siblings. So there's a few gifts.
Okay,
a few allegiances
That's
formed.
great to be your mom then.
You know what I mean?
She gets like 2 or 3 gifts.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Nice.
You find a sibling that has the same vision as you,
right,
and you take care of your mother.
Manifestation, right? Great.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah. Well, we actually go out and buy it. We don't just. There's actually no magic involved.
Okay, guys, you tell me if I'm wrong. The definition of manifestation is thinking and acting together as one. Who knows the actual definition? I guess we'll put
I
it
bet
right
Google.
here.
I bet.
Go ahead.
I bet Google will figure it out.
You want to whip up this email or what?
All right.
Look up this definition, bro.
Okay, so the first email. This is from Justin23. Are you guys going out? I just moved here. That's the whole that's the whole email, which, you know what? He didn't even capitalize his name. I love it. This is from Justin23, and he's got big 23-year-old bro in the city energy.
Yeah, so we are going out. We are basically back to normal in terms of like doing comedy stuff every night. I don't know about like hanging out and like doing stuff Monday through Friday.
I mean,
maybe just because like it hasn't gotten to that point yet, but I'm sure I'll start doing stuff Monday through Friday, like hanging out with people. I mean, like in terms of going out, if that's what he means.
Yeah, I went to a bar yesterday by myself, sat at the bar, 30 minutes, had a drink, but I sat at the bar.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty confident guy move too. You know, people say like, you just eat alone, drink alone. Building character, bro.
It's if you go to the bar alone, you're a creep, but if you go to the bar as a writer, you're like a creep with a notebook. It's like a lot smoother.
So let me let me just read this definition here. Manifest adjective, clear or obvious to the eye or mind.
Manifest adjective.
Manifest verb, display or show a quality or feeling by one's acts or appearance to demonstrate. So there you go, bro. I'm right. All right, man. Let's whip up this this email we got here. Sir,
this is
Justin, by the way, continue to go out, man.
Yeah.
Kill it, brother.
Do your thing.
Your thing, man.
Live your life. Go out. Well, actually, wrong city. But Aaron, this is from Aaron, 23. COVID casualty. My social life. Whew. Hey, fellas. Big fan of the pod here. Wanted to ask a question. I graduated in 2020, moved across the country to Chicago mid-pandemic for a job that required me to be in person on occasion. Okay. Because of COVID, I didn't meet new people. I didn't meet new people in a new city as planned. Now I'm a year into living here. The city is alive, but my social life is dead. How do I resuscitate? Thanks. Solo no mo.
Dating apps, you'd say number one?
Yeah. I get it.
That'll bring you into other circles, you know?
It's
there should be like friend apps. As weird as
there
sounds.
There's Bumble BFF and stuff.
Bumble BFF?
Yeah, just for meeting
I've
people.
never heard of that.
I went on it once when I lived alone in LA, and I'm pretty sure it was gay dudes.
It sounds like Craigslist for friends, though.
Yeah, it didn't. I was getting sexual energy, not platonic energy.
Okay.
I don't think that's always the case. It was just a handful of people.
So is this like within the Bumble app? It's a separate app.
Yeah, you can go on Bumble Biz too, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so Bumble has like a few wings.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are apps for that. I would be way more uncomfortable meeting a friend off an app than a date.
What would you do moving to Chicago with no friends? Would you kind of like go to the bar and do what you were doing the other night?
No, I wouldn't do that to meet people. That's you can't avoid the weird vibe. I would only do that to get out of the house. I don't know. It's definitely tough without having like one core person to start from. The dating apps is fair. That's the quickest way to do something for the night, to meet someone, to have a conversation. It's still a little bit of a tricky way to like get involved in a social circle, but it's not. I wouldn't throw that suggestion away. I would definitely keep that a possibility. You know, the whole like, find a group, find a thing that you get involved with. Like I hate that. I hate hearing that advice, but it does
honestly the best advice. Like your parents, like when your parents used to take you on vacations and they tried to find like the 10-year-old at the hotel, and then they'd be like, "Oh, look, Jake, you and Thomas are both 10 years old. You guys should be friends."
Right.
And you guys go hang out on the beach, whatever, go in the pool together. Also, maybe like reaching out through Instagram or through Facebook, seeing if people have mutual friends in the area. That could be a good way to do it. I think like. I think when social media like outlets first came about, like everyone wanted to be friends with everyone and everyone wanted to follow everyone. You know,
Sure.
Like if you just think about how many friends you probably have, Peter, on Facebook. You know, it's probably way more than you would ever consider having.
Yeah,
today.
not real people that I would talk to.
Like when I was in 8th or 9th grade, anytime I would like see somebody at a party, I feel like I would just friend them. You know, like now more so, it's like, okay, I have to talk and like actually have a rapport with this person before I do any sort of social media things.
Yeah.
So like being 23 years old, I can kind of understand like, oh, maybe you're like a little bit more shy. But if you've been in a city for a year and you really feel like you haven't expanded your friend circle, I think it's time to dig into those social media outlets.
The thing is, like you say, COVID killed it. You were here for a year. It's kind of like you just showed up today. If the city's like alive now, and you're back,
especially since COVID is like
you just showed up today. So whatever your plan was when you came through initially, that's still legitimate. Go, your alma mater has a sports bar that, like, if you went to one of those schools, go hang out with people there. Go find like the alumni groups. That's something. You're probably going to see more people at work. The dating apps thing is real, but like, it depends. Come in there with like some level of like honest intention, I guess. Because you can totally go on a dating app and make a platonic friend. I've done that. I've been there. Like that's a thing. Yeah.
Intentionally though, like you meant to have them as a platonic friend, or like initially it was like, oh, maybe I will go out with this person.
It was more like there was some level of interest and attraction, obviously, to do it, but like I had an openness to that, and like if you don't know the person, you go out on 2 dates, you have a good vibe, but it's not a romantic thing, you can definitely swing that. That being said, nothing that has sustained in like lifelong close friend, but like still hung out afterwards in larger groups.
Just meeting people. Meeting people.
So I think that's legitimate. There's never it's just a matter, and it's the hardest thing when you don't have a fallback like person that you're joining these groups with. But you have to give yourself more opportunities to succeed.
Absolutely,
you have to get out there more.
Especially now when COVID was a thing of the past. Got to get back to normal, right?
Yes, sir. And if you got that Justin energy, come through. Hey, are you guys going out to any podcasters? Yeah. Go do your thing.
Of course, Ted Jones World with Peter Moran. We got new episodes for you guys Monday. We got new episodes for you guys Thursday, 12 a.m. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for tuning into the Ted Jones World Podcast with
Peter Moran.
Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe.
We've got new episodes dropping every Monday, Thursday at 12 a.m.
Follow us on TikTok, Ted Jones World Podcast. Follow us on Twitter, TJW Podcast. Hell yeah.